right, we're also watching this news conference. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche, FBI Director Kash Patel, and CMS Administrator Dr. Mehmet Oz announced indictments in a Medicaid fraud scheme. 2 Ohio State employees and 2 co-conspirators were indicted in connection with a $30 million billing fraud scheme involving children's behavioral health services. They say they never rendered those services.
Unfortunately, this area around Columbus is responsible in Franklin County for 1/3 of all of the $1.5 billion spent on home health care in Ohio. Think about that. 1/3 of all of the money spent on home health care in the entire great state of Ohio is generated here. That's 3 times what you would expect. There's a road very close to where we are, 200.
All right, so live to CBS News, senior Justice Department reporter Sarah Lynch in Washington. Sarah, good to have you with us. So a number of prosecutions announced here. Take us through them.
Yeah, there were 14 defendants that were charged in a total of $50 million of different schemes. There's kind of a hodgepodge here. The top line number was the $30 million scheme that you mentioned, in which they were essentially alleged to be billing Medicaid for services for child behavioral health. But in fact, those children never were even assessed to see if they had a medical condition that needed this kind of care, never received any care, and didn't even know they'd been enrolled in this. They were happening at recreational centers, at summer camp programs, and they had to fill out forms and they had to put their Medicaid numbers down on them. And essentially, it's alleged that these 4 individuals stole those numbers and used them to bilk the government.
Enormous amounts of money. They've also, we understand, created a national top 10 most wanted list for fraudsters. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so the FBI is famous for having this top 10 most wanted list. It dates back to J. Edgar Hoover's time. And that's usually involving people who are violent, dangerous public health threats. Those are the kinds of or public safety threats. But this is a little bit different. It's a little bit of a different spin-off. It's basically people who have committed fraud, wire fraud, mail fraud, and sometimes in the millions or even the billions that are wanted in cases such as healthcare fraud or white-collar cases, which is not traditionally, what you would see on an FBI's top 10 most wanted list.
All right, Sarah Lynch, thank you so much. Good to see you on CBS News 24/7. Best to you today, Sarah.